Hey, Kinky Strands. Hey, Travanya. Woo! Got some light here. Oh, yes. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Yvette. How are you? Can you guys see me good? Because this light looking to look good. Thank you, Crowd with Beauty. Okay. Hey, guys. Make sure I'm going to give you guys some time to log on. Make sure, do me a favor and share with your followers. Share it on Twitter. Share it on Facebook. Oh, yes, girl. You know this is my signature piece, okay? Birds of a Feather by Tracy Lynn. All right, I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to log in. Please share it with your followers on Facebook, share it with your followers on Twitter, share it with your followers on Periscope. This is gonna be so much fun. I got some good information for you guys for this next 4 weeks, and I just thought it was so important to start this series because I have a lot of entrepreneur friends. I have a lot of people that ask me questions about beauty and image. So I thought that this would be a great time to talk about it. Let's see, let me get my stuff opened up here. All right, so who all we have there? Unique LDP, welcome. Chanel Wickstrand, welcome. I see we have Intrigued, Destined to Shine, welcome. Amora74, welcome. Please share with your friends, share with your followers. And you see that? Hey, Quisha. Thank you. This necklace is by Tracy Lynn. Yvette, her name is Crowns. What's your, come on and comment again, Yvette. Crowns with Beauty. I got it from her. You guys can reach out to her if you want to get this necklace. This is a Tracy Lynn piece. There she is. Destined to Shine. That's her. So you guys follow her. If you want to get a piece like this or a bunch of other pieces, I'll be showing some more. And connect with Yvette. In another scope, I'll be showing you a couple of the pieces that I got from her, as well as a bunch of other pieces that I like as we talk about branding your image. And one more thing, you see that screen right there? Tap that for me if you like what we're discussing. Give me hearts. I do appreciate it. So welcome, welcome, welcome. You welcome, Yvette. You know I got to rep every time. I get so much compliments on this necklace. So every time people compliment me, I got to give my girl Yvette a shout out. She looks out for me. And this is a part of what we're going to be talking about today, the importance of image branding. So everybody that's on, I want to ask a quick question. Hi, who's that? You guys know I'm blind. One Tar Trini, hey. Hey, Nukanova 97. Hey, Chris Natha, thanks. So make sure you guys share, tap. I'm good, and you? Thank you for inviting your followers and your friends. And guys, don't feel free if you guys see any trolls on here, feel free to block them. If you see anyone coming on here talking some trash, go ahead and just tap that screen, tap their name, and just block them, because we are not into the negativity today, okay? So that's your disclaimer. Feel free to block people that are coming on here trolling. All right, so let's talk about the importance of image branding. So today I want to talk about imagery. So I have an exercise for you. I got some notes here, so you're going to see me reading from my iPad. So I want you to do something for me. And then this is going to be interactive, so I'm going to be reading your comments as well. Close your eyes, and I want you to see yourself as the person that you've always dreamed of being. So close your eyes, whether it's someone, you know, maybe you're 50 pounds lighter, or maybe you're fit, maybe you're wearing, you know, you're living the lifestyle that you've always wanted. You're a multi-millionaire, multi-billionaire, you know, you have a private makeup artist. You have the wardrobe of your dreams. You have the man of your dreams. You You have everything. That person that you've always wanted to become. I want you to stop right now, close your eyes, and see that person. What are you wearing? What are you wearing? Who's with you? How does your hair look? I want you to see all of that stuff. Be as specific as possible. You know, the hairstyle, the clothing, the brand, the designer. I want you to sit and think about that and see that person. Now, tell me, what do you see? Because I see someone that's completely in shape for myself. I see myself completely in shape, wearing the designs that I love, hair always on point. If I could wake up like this every day, I would. Makeup on point, hair on point, wearing the designs that I love, the brands that I love. That's how I see myself. My goal one day is to be in perfect shape. So I'm talking about muscles, abs, ripped, out on the beach every day if I could. That's how I see myself. So do you know what you just did? When you did that, you just imagined a better you than you are today. Thank you. Thank you, sis. So I love this quote that I hear Steve Harvey say all the time. It's by Albert Einstein. Imagination is everything. It's the preview to life's coming attractions. So your imagination is everything. It's the preview to your life's coming attraction. That's why I had you do that little exercise. Closing your eyes, seeing the person that you want to become, because that's your preview to the life that you want to live, to that person that you want to become. So that's one of my favorite quotes. I wanted to start off with imagination because that's an extension of the word image. You think about imagination, you think about imagine, you think about the word image. The word imagine is related to the term or to the word image. Imagine is to form a mental picture of, and image is to create a physical representation of that. So you see how the two are so synonymous. First, you imagine how you want to see yourself. You close your eyes, whether you're daydreaming, whether you're sleeping, however it is, you first imagine how you see yourself, then you create that image on the outside, the physical representation of that person that you saw in your imagination. Just like Albert Einstein said, it's the preview to life's coming attraction. So this week, we are going to talk about imagery and how it is so important to convey an image that's in sync with your brand. A lot of us are have startup businesses or are young budding entrepreneurs, and a lot of us are still trying to feel our way through. And in 2016, I really want to help you take your image to the next level. So we're going to talk about imagery and how it's important to convey an image that's in sync with your brand and in your target market. So some of you may provide services and some of you may provide products. I'm going to help you put those two together with your personal brand, with your image. Your brand and your image must appeal to your target market. So I'm going to tell you this story. I remember, I think it was in 2014, the year before last, some of my friends and I, we went to this pop-up shop. So we went to support some of our girlfriends. And I had just come from a makeup appointment, so my hair was done, my makeup was done, I was dressed well. And a lot of my other friends too, because it was at a nice boutique shop. And so we had a lot of young women there. They had like cupcakes and everything. The store was staged well, everything. So we got there. And she had a girl there that was selling consignment. She had a consignment pop-up. So I'm looking at the young lady, and I'm looking at the stuff that she had. She had like Louis Vuitton on consignment. She had a lot of other brands on consignment. And then she had, hey, Nathel. Then she had some Givenchy purses that were brand new. And they were like $1,800. So me and my girl, we're looking at her consignment shop. Hey, Sam, we're looking at her little consignment table. And I'm checking her out, okay, because you're selling high-end purses, shoes, Hey, Canada. High-end purses, shoes, whatever it is, right? You're selling all this stuff on consignment. So I'm checking out the table and I'm checking her out. And so I'm thinking to myself, there is no way I'm going to buy this stuff because I'm not sure if it's real. And the reason why I said that to myself, because I looked at the girl that was doing it. She had no makeup on. She was extremely quiet. She looked very timid. Her hair was, I can't even tell you, probably just in like a little wrap or something. She just had on like a shirt and pants. And I'm standing there like, you're going to tell me this bag is $1,800. You're selling an $1,800 Givenchy bag. You have Louis Vuittons on stuff on this table. And I'm going to believe that? Because I'm a person that goes off of image. I am very imaginative. I'm a very artsy person. So those are the things that catches my eye. So when I saw her and I'm looking at this girl like, okay, nothing about you looks luxury in terms of what you're supposed to be selling. So it made me hesitate and it made me wonder whether or not what she was selling was real. And that's the thing. A lot of people, especially when you're selling products and you're selling items that you want to pass off as a luxury brand or luxury items, confidence is key. And I'm telling you, the girl was just there like, we're asking her questions. She was like, oh, yeah, this one is 300 and this one is, and I'm standing there like, so after the event is over, she's packing up the items and you're taking these Givenchy bags that you told me was $1,800. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. You have to look the part. $1,800, and she's taking it in the just regular cloths that you put them in, the bag dusters, the duster bags, putting them in the regular duster bags. And I'm like, and then she's putting it in a plastic bin. So I'm looking like, okay, you're selling high-end brands and you're packing them up in regular duster bags, folding them up and putting them in a plastic bin. How are you going to convey? Now, I don't know if they were real or not, but you just made me and the girls that I was with think that you were selling or possibly selling fake products just because of the way you presented it. Now, it could have been fake, but I could tell you one thing. If her hair was on point, if her makeup was laid, if she talked to us with confidence, like she knew what she was doing, she more than likely would have sold something at that event. She didn't sell anything. She wasn't mingling. She wasn't really trying to get to know the ladies that were there at the pop-up shop. So, of course, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I don't think this is real. So no one really paid any interest because there was no confidence. She didn't look the part. So that's an important thing. And that's an important aspect of when you are branding your image. You have to look the part in order to be the part. You have to look the part, especially when you're starting out. No one's going to pay attention if you're not making yourself stand out. If you want to be noticed by people, you got to stand out. And you got to give them a reason to look at you. So I wanted to start off with that story. So did you know that the effective use of image branding drives sales? So I was doing some research and I was reading this article on American Express website. And I'm going to tell you some of the keys that I took away from it. So they said, think about the reason why you buy some of the products and the items that you buy, especially the ones that are first-time purchases. Does presentation have anything to do with it? Colors, layouts. Here's another example, and you women know this stuff. I'm in the store. I'm at Walmart. We're going to talk about Always. So Always has a line called Infinity, right? These are the pads. Yes, pads. Always has a line of Infinity. Okay, so I'm shopping, trying to stock up. And then I see Always Radiant Flexi Foam. Now these pretty much do the same thing. You have the regular one, regular box, blue and orange. Then you have the colorful purple, green, more feminine look. So I'm standing there for like 5 minutes trying to decide if I want to spend an extra 40 cents because the packaging looks so good. The two of them do the exact same thing, but I went with this because of the packaging. Yeah, some may call me shallow, but that's me. I'm drawn to colors. I'm drawn to that type of stuff. I'm drawn to things that stand out. You can see it in the things that I wear, how I do my makeup, how I do my hair, what's in the background. That's the type of thing that I go for. So, of course, I went with the colorful product. They do the same thing. This one was a little bit more expensive, but it got the sale because it stood out. It's the same thing with us. It's the same thing about the services that we render. It's the same thing about the products that we sell. Okay? So that was one of the examples that I had when I was thinking about it. And I was like, okay, here I am standing up for 5 minutes trying to decide if I want to go with a more colorful package. But when you think about it, think about all think about the clients that you want to attract. Okay? Think about that for a moment. What is it about you that's going to make them sign the deal with you, that's going to make them buy your product as opposed to your competitor? What are you doing to stand out? What are you doing to make yourself known? I went with Radiant. They probably do the exact same thing, but because it looked good, that's what I went with. So that's something I want you guys to think about when you're trying to rebrand yourself or you're trying to brand your image uniqueness. Exactly. You want to stand out. So when it comes to your brand, okay, no. Now let's talk about this. Think about all the people around you that you admire, right? It could be anybody. Could be a celebrity. Could be someone in a circle that you follow. Anyone. Think about that person. Now ask yourself, why do I admire them? How did they get where they are? And what attracted you to them? Okay? Like, let's see. Someone that I admire is Angela Simmons. Love Angela Simmons. I love what she stands for. I love that she's true to her faith. But I love her fashion sense. I'm on her page all the time trying to see who's doing her makeup, how her makeup is done. I'm always trying to see what she's wearing because she has a bad team. The girl works her butt off and she's one of the people that I admire. So when I'm trying to put my looks together, I draw inspiration from her. She's one of the people that I follow. So I want you to think about that. Who do you admire? Who do you admire? Who do you follow? Who do you draw inspiration from? And how can you apply that in your own unique way to help develop your brand? And it could be especially someone in the field that you're studying. So if you're doing accounting, if you're doing business, if you do makeup, if you're in the beauty brand, if you're in the consulting brand, thanks, Bev. If you're in the consulting business, whatever it is, who do you admire? Why? Why are you attracted to them? What draws you to them? What kind of inspiration do you get from them? Okay, and how can that help you develop your brand and the image that you're going for? So it's the same thing when it comes to your personal image. You are your brand. You must dress the part, look the part, and be the part. So when it comes to your brand, you should always, always, always aspire to be memorable. How do you do that? By developing your sense of style to suit your brand. That's what gets you noticed. Be that pop of color in a black and white world. So I remember when I was attending the Women's Impact Luncheon last year. It's a part of the Jazz in the Gardens. And I wore this royal purple skirt. It was a flared skirt. I had on a white top and a fuchsia pink blazer. From the time that I got there to the time that I left, I had so many women asking me, where did you get that skirt from? Where did you get that skirt from? Like giving me compliments because it was my goal to be memorable. I want to be remembered as, oh my goodness, you remember that girl who had on the purple skirt? That was my goal, to stand out amongst all the other women that was there. The keynote speakers noticed me. The women that were on stage and behind the scenes noticed me. And that's what you want when you're trying to impact your market, when you're trying to get into your market, your target market, the network of women or men or group that you want to associate yourself with. That's what you want to do. You need to stand out, especially if you're a newbie. How are you going to stand out? How are you going to make yourself memorable? If you meet someone, and if it's a room full of 100 people, and, you know, let's say it's Beyonce or Oprah, how is she going to remember you at the end of the night in the room full of 100 women talking to 100 women? But they'll remember, oh, yeah, I remember that girl who had on the bad necklace. What's her name? I remember that girl who had on the purple dress. Oh, did you see that? It was stunning. Or the shoes. Get something in your wardrobe that is going to help you stand out wherever you go. That's going to be a conversation starter. That's going to cause people to come up to you and ask you about yourself, or even compliment you, and that will get the conversation started. That's what you want to do. You want to stand out. It's going to help attract the people that you desire, especially if you're in the right network. So American Express went on to say, all aspects of your brand image should resonate with your target audience. Of course, letting them know how their quality of life could benefit from connecting with you or your business. Ideal customers, clients should understand and want the emotional connection and tangible benefits that differentiates your company from the competitors. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think in December, my friend had this Kate Spade iPhone case. And I'm checking out this Kate Spade iPhone case, and I'm like, man, this is a nice iPhone case, because of course the colors were a part of my brand colors. So I'm checking out her iPhone case, and then I saw my manager. She had another Kate Spade iPhone case. And I was like, I really like these Kate Spade iPhone cases. Now, I was never a big fan of Kate Spade, but the colors caught my eye. And I'm like, I gotta go check out this Kate Spade. So I never really did. And then for my birthday, one of my good friends, Crystal, bought me a Kate Spade bracelet with the matching notebook. So I'm like, okay, now she is jamming, because she must not know I really been wanting something from Kate Spade. So I'm like, oh, I just love, this is the look. You see the pink on the inside. Everybody that knows me knows that gold and pink and turquoise and silver, those are part of my brand colors. So when she got me this, I was like, oh my gosh, I just love it. Then I'm out shopping for my friend's birthday. And what do I find? The matching water bottle. So of course I bought it. Guess what? When you see me take pictures of this, when you see me stage this in my style photography, this is a lifestyle that Kate Spade is selling. Okay? When I went into Kate Spade to get this, when I walked into the store, how do you identify what your brand colors are? I'm going to tell you that in a minute. When I walked into the store, I was like, in the zone. The colors, the way they had the store set up, the way they had everything staged, I just felt like I was at home, like in a happy place that the real me, if I could be every day of my life, would want to spend her time. Just the way how they had all of the cute little notebook set up. And these are the kinds of things that I love. So when I saw this in the store, I was like, there is no way I'm going to walk out the store without buying this matching water bottle to match my notebook, to match my bracelet. It's all about the brand. It's all about the brand. So when people see me with this, they're going to think of Kate Spade. When people see Kate Spade, they're going to think of Lashelle. And it's the same thing with the products that you love. When you're branding yourself, those are the things you want to constantly associate with you, so people can associate those thoughts when you come to mind. Like my brand colors. What are your favorite colors? My main brand, well, you guys know J. Antoinette is a part of part of my brand. It's my product line, and the colors for that are pink, turquoise, gold, silver. Those are the main colors centered around the product line or the company. My favorite color is purple, but it's not really a part of my brand colors because, as you can see, I barely wear purple. Most colors that you see me in, pink, anything inside my house, decor, my office, pink, turquoise, gold, white. Those are the colors that I resonate with. Those are the colors that I love. If I'm decorating, if I'm putting anything together, what are the colors that I'm drawn to the most? And that's how I established the brand colors originally for J. Antoinette, and then I incorporated into my personal brand, especially gold and white. If you go onto my website, LashelleZfarrington.com, you'll see it. Gold and white. The website is gold and white. The logo is gold and white. Everything is gold and white. And I put splashes of color in there, the pink, the turquoise, because I'm connecting it to the J. Antoinette brand. Now, if you guys used to follow me with LZF, when I had LZF Cosmetics, the brand was purple and black. Purple, black, and silver with a little bit of pink. Everything, but because I rebranded, now I live the brand. You are your brand. So my brand, my product brand may be J. Antoinette, but at the end of the day, I am still that brand. So when people see those colors, I want them to think about J. Antoinette. I will put my website in my bio. Definitely will. Thanks for that. I will. When people see those colors, I want them to think of Lashelle Farrington and J. Antoinette. Automatically, those are the things that's going to keep you top of mind to anyone. When I see certain things, have you ever seen something and be like, oh, that looked like so-and-so? Like, oh, like if I see big flashy jewelry, something like this, I automatically think of my friend LaQuisha because I know those are the things that she loves. So it's the same thing. When people see like Kate Spade and they see polka dots and they see gold and white, I want them to think of Lashelle Farrington. You should be the first person that comes to mind anytime someone sees something that's associated with your brand. And I learned that even in taking the brand Omni with Kelly Keisha. Top of mind. You always want to stay top of brand. Look at my brand colors are in the hearts. My goodness, pink and turquoise. How amazing is that? Didn't know how that happened, but look at that. My brand is all over the place. And so that's something that you want to keep in mind when you do. What are some of the things that you like? What are some of the things that you enjoy? What are some of the brands that you like? Those are some of the things that you want to affiliate yourself with, like Tracy Lynn. I have a lot of Tracy Lynn pieces that I get from Yvette. So now when people see it, I want them to think of me. Yvette's goal is when people see jewelry, she wants them to think of Tracy Lynn top of mind. And she wants to be the person that you go to get your Tracy Lynn jewelry. Same thing. So that's one of the examples that I had for you guys. So your customer, they went on to say, I'm still on with American Express. Your customers will know what to expect from your products and services, and they will know who to tell and what to say about your business or your brand. So do you have a friend that may be like, oh, I'm looking for someone to do this for me, or if I'm looking for a photographer, or I'm looking for a makeup artist, or I'm looking for a videographer, or girl, who did your nails? But you know that friend cheap, so you ain't gonna tell her about that person who does your nails because you know they ain't gonna pay for it. So you wouldn't even share that with them. But then you know you have your friends who are always looking for quality items or quality pieces or quality services. And they're like, girl, I'm looking for a good photographer. If I know a good photographer that has represented his brand, that person comes top of mind. And guess what? I know exactly what to say about his services or her services. I know exactly what to say about their business because it's the experience that you create with your target market, with your clients, with your first-time clients or customers that turn them into repeat customers. It's more about the product it's not only about the product or service that you provide. It's about establishing an entire experience with those people. They want to have an emotional connection. That's what they talked about earlier. Establishing an emotional connection with your target audience. I had an emotional connection when I walked into Kate Spade. I was like, oh, I love this so much. I want to go in there and fall in love. I want to think about the store after I leave home. I want to think about, oh, when I get some money, I can't wait to go and get that other piece, that other matching piece to my collection. So those are the things you want to establish with your clients, your potential clients, your first-time clients or customers. So remember, when working to establish your brand, your image should be clear and consistent with your brand. You know why? Because a well-defined brand image helps you or your business command desired pricing. Thank you. What do I mean by this? Have you ever gone in, let's say, Walmart, right? You go to buy some makeup. You may get some Maybelline, some CoverGirl, whatever. And then you have stores like Sephora. Sephora sells high-end makeup. Looking for Christian Dior. You're looking for Chanel. You're looking for YSL. You're looking for Makeup Forever. You're looking for the more high-end brands. Complete difference. Complete difference from Maybelline and L'Oreal and the other brands that you're going to get in Walmart. You already know, just by calling on the name Sephora, that you're going to associate that with high-end quality brands. Same thing as Marshalls or Ross versus a Bloomingdale's. Okay, when you think of Marshalls or Ross, you think about, okay, I'm going to find something nice for a good deal. When you think about Neiman Marcus or Nordstrom's or Bloomingdale's, you're going to think about, I'm going to get a high-end piece of clothing that's going to be the bomb. And it's the same thing when you're talking about establishing your brand being clear and consistent. Girl, I am an avid Sephora shopper too, okay? I have like 2,000 points that I have not spent yet because I'm waiting for them to come out with the perfect item for me to cash those points on. So it's the same like MAC. Include that with Sephora. Back in the day, before Sephora really became out there, you had MAC. MAC was always known for their artists to be on point. You're not going to try to sell me makeup and you look a mess. So every time anyone walks to a MAC, you know that those sales associates, those makeup artists, their faces are going to be absolutely flawless. And when I used to shop in Sephora way back in the day, that was never the case. They just had sales associates. It wasn't nothing, you didn't walk in there and be like, oh, that person, they hardly wore makeup to me, or their makeup hardly stood out. It was just like a regular person putting on regular makeup. But the other week I went in Sephora and every sales associate in there, their face was on point. Why? Because now Sephora wants people to not only come in there and buy products, but they want people to come in there and get their makeup done. So if you want your makeup done, or if you want to attract people who want their makeup done, you have to look the part. So I'm talking about I think she was like maybe the store manager that night. Her face was so flawless. I was staring at her all the time while I was in the store. That's how amazing she looked. Even the guy that was in there that had on his makeup, all of their faces were beat to a pulp. And that's now they're making themselves competitive with MAC. Okay, y'all gonna have makeup. Y'all gonna be a makeup brand and also do makeup and look the part. Sephora had to step their game up. And that's what I'm saying. You're not gonna see that in a Walmart. It's all about creating that experience for when your customer or your client comes into your presence. What kind of experience are they going to leave with? Beat to a pulp, honey. I couldn't even shop right because I couldn't stop staring at the girl. It was a hot mess. I was like, oh my goodness, like, what are you wearing on your face? Because her face looked absolutely perfect. And I'm going to talk about that next week on especially like personal branding, putting your outfits together, your clothes, your hair, all that is going to be next week. So to close out, remember, we are talking about getting you noticed by your ideal client. So we're not talking about just anybody. You're not doing this to get anyone to attract you. Exactly. That is one point I'm going to hit on next week. Good skincare, flawless makeup. I'm an avid believer of that. You're doing these things, you're branding your image, you're paying attention to the details because you want to attract your ideal client. You want to attract the right people, the people that are going to pay you what you're asking for. These are the people that you want to attract, not just anybody, not just someone who just want to pay you. You want to eliminate those nickel and dimers out of your brand, out of your business, out of your life in 2016, and you want to pay special attention on the people that matter, your ideal clients, your target market. Those are the people that you want to pay attention to this day moving forward. And this is what you're going to cater your brand around, catering to these people. You're going to establish your brand to cater to these people, to attract these people. I don't like going to certain places just because I don't like the way it makes me feel. If it makes me feel uncomfortable, like Walmart. I hate shopping in Walmart. I do not go in Walmart. It's too messy, it's too dirty, and it's too crowded. That's some of the reasons why I don't shop in Marshalls. That's some of the reasons why I don't shop when it's a heavy sale day, because all that crowd, it gets on my nerves. So I'd rather go to Target where I know it's not going to be a lot of people, because a lot of people don't want to pay the extra $1 or $2. A lot of people will pay for convenience. And if you provide a service that also offers convenience, I bet you will find your ideal client, your ideal customer who is willing to pay for convenience. I can promise you that. So a recognized brand identity makes people confident that you are dependable. That's like me going to a meeting with, I don't know, let's say Beyonce, looking for a makeup artist in Miami, and I'm going to the meeting with no makeup, hair in a ponytail, flip-flops, t-shirt and jeans. Really? How am I letting her know that she can be confident in the services that I provide? This is her first time meeting me. I don't have an established following per se. Let's say that now, because some people could do that because they've already established their brand. We're talking about, we're now just starting to establish our brand. How can I ensure her that she can be confident in my services with me looking the way I look? First impressions last the most, and I am an avid believer of that. So when you enter into certain networks, you want that first impression to be a lasting impression. Definitely. So always look the part. If you're going to a business meeting, I don't care if you're a makeup artist, a consultant, an accountant, an actress, an investor, or looking for investors, whatever it is, lunch, round table, formal, informal. Always, always look the part. You come there like you're the best thing, especially if you're going because you want to close the deal. You're trying to get someone to hire you for a service. You're trying to get someone to hire you to do their books. How are you going in t-shirt and jeans? Or just, hair? No. Because guess what? Especially with starting a brand, when you look good and you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you're more confident in yourself. When you're more confident in yourself, it changes your entire demeanor. So when you sit to that table, knowing you look good, feeling good, more confidence in yourself and the services you provide, people will see that. And I bet you they will think twice about nickel and diming you or trying to negotiate on your prices. If I go and sit with someone and they look like plain Jane, I'm going to see if they could do it for cheaper. But if someone comes and sits at the table looking like a boss chick, hair done, makeup done, nails on point, talking with confidence, I'm not going to ask her to come down on her price. I will either tell her, I'm sorry, I can't afford, or I'll sign on the dotted line. Because that person is carrying the value that they are trying to get me to believe in. And I automatically believe in it. Because that's the type of person that I am. Off your look alone, I'm like, girl, you doing it right here. Off of your look alone, I'm talking about even if your hair and your makeup is done. Hair, makeup, nails. You can make a Hanes wife beater look like a $99 True Religion wife beater. People probably be wondering what kind of brand that is just because of the way you carry yourself. So think about that moving forward. If you're an author and you're going to a network event, you should always look good. And I'm going to talk about in next week's lesson, how do you do this? How do you invest in looking good? Now, if you haven't invested in making yourself good, no, you don't want to do that. But no, not being all about appearances. Now, that's crazy. You can portray an image, but you have to back it up. It's your business that's on the line. So you can sit around, and come to the table looking good and amazing, and then you can ruin your brand by not being able to live up to what you promised. It's about first investing in yourself. Everybody that's on this scope should have already known that they should have already invested in themselves. Whether it's going to school, having a business coach, they already know the value that they provide to the market. Now it's looking the part. You already got the goods. Now, if you don't have the goods and you want to walk like you have the goods, then you sailing a sinking ship. So it's only a matter of time before your brand goes down. And I see it all the time. But I'm talking about people that have already invested in themselves, that have already done the work, that already plowed it out, and now it's time for them to make the outside match the value that's on the inside. If no one knows you and if you're not walking in confidence, you're going to have a harder time trying to attract the clients that you want. You spent $20,000 on a coach, or you spent $40,000 going back to school. Now you have student loans, or whether you paid it out of pocket or not. Who wants to be spending another 5-6 years trying to still attract clients to pay them what they feel they're worth? Absolutely not. But when you look the part and you are the part, you eliminate the nickel and diming. And that's definitely one of my major points for today. So I'm going to leave you with this. What do you want to come to mind when people say your name? So I want you to think about that this week. When people say LaQuisha Williams, LaQuisha has been branding herself as world class, the world class woman, world class sisterhood, everything world class. What do you want people to think of when they call your name? When people call my name, I want them to think of lifestyle luxury. I want J. Antoinette, I want Lashelle to be affiliated with the lifestyle luxury brand, the beauty brand, the ultimate beauty brand, beauty's new seal of approval. True beauty never looked this good, my trademark slogan. So what do you want people? When people think about Wilshcombe Accounting, when people call the name Crystal Barther or Beverly Barracks or Samantha Porter or Nathelle Stevens, what do you want to come to mind when people call your name? Your image plays a lot. Your image has a lot to do with that. It plays a major part because you already bring the value to the table. Now you need people to notice you. So when you hit the stage, they're like, okay, this person really packing something. And that's what I want. Remember, a strong brand image equals confidence. When you portray confidence, you weed out the people that are not a part of your tribe and are not your ideal clients. When you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you're more confident in yourself. And when you portray confidence, people will think twice before they try to nickel and dime you on your products and your services. So guys, that was today's scope on image branding. Thank you so much for joining me. Next week, I will be discussing more on how to get the look, especially females out there, those who want to take their look to another level. I'm going to talk about the importance of how that works in your brand, your personal branding, your personal image, and connecting that with your overall brand, your overall business. So thank you guys for hanging in there with me, and I look forward to seeing you guys next Monday at 2 p.m. right here on Periscope. Love you all. Bye.